What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Nate Dogg 916 back at you again, man, with part 2 of interview with Stephanie, aka Methany. I know you guys have patiently awaited. I didn't want to make you guys wait long. I'm gonna save all the plugs for the end of the video. So here we go. You say you ended up going to prison.
I did. I was hanging out with people I probably shouldn't have been hanging out with. We ended up. It was one male in particular. We went to Reno. And when you go to Reno, everything is on tape. You can't spit on the ground without there being a camera to see you.
Right.
So nothing was planned. We ended up losing a lot of money. He was kind of panicking about it, and I was pissed off.
Right.
That's what happens when you gamble. You get mad when you lose.
Absolutely.
So we're walking down the strip to go back to where the cars park, and we're on the 8th floor of that casino.
Mm-hmm.
We on the way there, I'm walking in front of him because we were arguing. So I'm kind of pissed off at him. I'm walking in front of him. He's walking behind me, and a guy approaches him and asks him if he knows where to get crack. He said, yeah, we got some. We didn't have no crack.
Right.
I'm walking in front of him. I'm still not talking to him. We get to the elevator. We're all three on the elevator, and I'm not talking to him at all, so that guy doesn't know that we're together.
Right.
I walk to the car. I get inside the car, and I'm getting high in the car while they're talking. He tells me to pop the trunk, so I pop the trunk. And I'm not quite sure what transpired at that point. I think that, the gun fired.
Right.
So what had happened was he had pistol whipped him and was going to rob him. And when he pistol whipped him, the gun fired.
Okay.
And I'm looking behind me, but I can't see shit because the trunk's up. And he's on the side of me, and he's like, move over to the passenger seat. And I was like, no, what happened? He's like, I could see the panic in his face, and I just moved over. So he decides that he's going to drive real fast down this windy exit to get out of this casino. And as he's driving, my car had 22s on it. That didn't help with him going really fast, and plus I put them on myself.
Okay.
So they weren't professionally put on there.
Right.
And it broke the tire arm.
Okay.
The tire popped, and we had to park the car. He's like, let's go. I'm like, no, my car's right here. I'm not going to go. He's like, bitch, you're coming. You're coming. And it didn't take a whole lot of coercing. I went. I left with him. He was panicked. I didn't really want to go. I knew that I would be caught because the car's in my name. I'm not retarded.
But he wasn't thinking about you.
He wasn't thinking about me. But but he left his wallet in the car.
Oh,
he left his cell phone in the car. He left all those things that
don't leave your phone in the car.
Motel receipts with his name on it. I had prison letters in my car for the houses that I was staying at. Because of course they're gonna hit my mom's house, but I wasn't really staying at my mom's. I was staying at different spots.
Right.
So there was prison letters in there addressed to places that I was staying.
Right.
So I left with him. I left the scene of the crime with him. Makes me look guilty.
Right.
Off top.
Right.
I didn't call the cops after it happened, and I went on the run. So now I'm not staying at any of these houses. They're definitely looking for me. I had a homeboy that had his car in my name because I'd never been in trouble. He could drive around the hood and not be tripping on that.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling over his wife because the car is in my name. Everybody knows they're looking for me. They're hitting all my spots.
Right.
I know they're looking for me. They're looking for him too. Well, at this time, I was not being a great parent. I had a 15-year-old daughter that she was 14.
Right.
And she was pregnant.
Okay.
And this was on...
But you were already out there at this time, though.
At this time, I'm all the way out. I'm all the way out there. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Viewers, don't go in my comments and start banging on no comments. You guys already know how I rock, man. We don't talk crap on my page. I asked that question because it offers a little more insight on why the kids would be out doing whatever they're doing. So yeah, you already out there at this time when you find out your 14-year-old's pregnant.
Right. So on this, but when I'm out there, she's already almost due by the time that I get picked up.
Okay.
So it's like June 15th, 2009. I have to take my daughter to the doctor's, so I go to my mom's house to go pick her up, and the Sacramento sheriffs answer my door.
Oh, they were inside your mom's house?
They were, yeah.
Oh.
My dad had set it up.
Your dad set you up?
He did, but in his defense,
There's no defense.
Well, there kind of is. He
Okay.
knew I would be caught.
Okay.
He knew they were looking
He
for
was
me.
trying to have you safely apprehended.
Exactly. He thought I was running around with this guy that had a pistol that was acting. That
He was going to shoot it out with the police.
Right. You know, you get somebody that's scared with a pistol, and that's not a good combination. And my dad knew
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
So basically, he wanted to get. He knew I was going to get apprehended, and he wanted it to be quickly and easy, and where he knew it would be safe. So we're going to give him that.
Okay, I get
true.
that. I get that. You're right.
It
makes
is
perfect
true.
sense. It makes perfect sense.
It's.
Would I be mad if somebody did me like that? Yeah.
Was I mad? Yes.
But I can understand the fact of somebody who's a square looking out for their child, or even if they're not a square, looking out for their child. You know what I mean?
I was mad at the time.
Of course,
Absolutely.
of course.
You know, this has been 10 years now. I have
Right.
a lot of reflection time. So.
So you get caught.
So I get caught. They take me to jail, and I wasn't ready for that. I had never
Sac
been
County.
to jail. Sac County.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
I
if
know
you've ever
what
been
that-
there, it stinks.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been there.
I definitely wasn't ready for that, and I was not used to going without.
Right.
I wasn't used to that kind of food.
Right. What kind of food was it? Was it?
It was not good food. It was.
Well, from what I've heard, that they give you nutritional meals in the county jail.
Yep, they are nutritional, keep you healthy, I guess.
That's about it. Keep you alive. That's
Keep
all they're
you
good
alive.
for.
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
for flavor. That's
All
for
right.
sure.
All right.
So I'm there for 2 weeks.
So we go through booking. We go upstairs to the ladies' floor.
I'm there for 2 weeks.
Right.
I got a warrant for it's a fugitive from justice.
Okay.
They tell me they say that they don't even no. At my mom's house, they tell me they say we don't even have to take you if you're willing to go ahead and give a statement right now. Well, I was out of my mind. I'm like singing some Mac Dre song like I'm not going to take me to jail. I don't know. I was I was doing the most. I was like no.
So they
just take
offered
me
you
to
a deal from the gate.
From the gate.
Oh, and you kept it mute.
I did, but you know.
Y'all heard that, right? Yeah. Okay, so
I get to
extradition.
jail. Yeah, I get extradited. But the two police come and two homicide robbery detectives come and pick me up, and they take me to McDonald's.
Nice guys.
Yeah, nice guys. And basically they show me all the pictures. They show me all the tapes as we're on the ride.
Oh, in the car they're showing you this stuff.
Yeah, in the vehicle they're showing me all the ride.
Okay.
So they know I was there. They know everything that
They're trying
happened.
to get you to tell.
They made up their own story, though. They really made up their own story.
Yeah,
And
usually what they do.
when I took the deal, I had to sign what their story was. It's not like I got to tell my story. So
in order to take the deal for time, you had to sign off what they were saying happened.
yeah, basically.
What did they say happened?
They said we set it up. I knew about it. We planned on robbing this guy. He was down here to go to a funeral, and he wasn't asking for drugs because that's not what he told them.
Well, of course not.
So basically made it look like we robbed some innocent guy and it was not a drug deal gone bad. So I sit in that county for about in Reno, Washoe County, for about 6 months. It was 6 months altogether county time.
Okay.
Which was probably the worst time of my life.
The county time.
The county time.
Okay.
At this point, I'm ready. They do their time a little bit different there. You don't get a set time. So they gave me with no history. I had no criminal history except for a couple misdemeanors.
Right. But no record in their county.
No record in their county. Everything
Right.
was blank. They give me 24 to 60 months.
Okay.
So basically, if I'm on my best behavior, I can get out at 24 months.
Okay.
And if I don't want to be on my best behavior,
You can
I'm
do
going
the
to stay
60.
for
So your
60.
max is 60. So
Right.
in California, that would be called a EPRD and a max PRD. So that'd be an earliest possible release date and a maximum possible release date. So your max was 60, you said?
Yeah.
And then okay. So
I do
off to prison.
Off to prison, and I'm excited.
You're excited.
I'm
like
excited.
Happy excited,
Well,
or just happy to
because
get out of that
I
county
hear
jail?
the food is really good.
Oh, you're thinking about the food.
I'm thinking about the
Okay,
food.
okay,
At this point, I'm
okay.
starving to death. I'm done lost 50 pounds.
Oh, so this county jail's food is even as bad as the Sac County's food.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh, it's worse.
And they make these sandwiches that are like cat food.
Juke
So
ball.
they take bologna and they grind it up
Yeah.
and put some ketchup and mustard and relish and they
Yeah.
put it in the patty and it's disgusting.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
juke balls. That's wait, they had that in Sac County.
Oh.
Disciplinary diet. They call it. It's like a little meatloaf though.
That's what we ate every day.
Yeah.
Every
For
day.
lunch every day?
Every day for lunch.
Oh,
Breakfast
jeez.
was cream of wheat with no sugar.
Oh, same thing every day?
Every single day. And at nighttime,
Oh.
there was 7 different meals that we got. But every Sunday was the same. Every Monday was the same.
Oh,
And some
that's
days
horrible.
I didn't eat.
Even prison wasn't that bad.
No, so I was excited to go to prison.
Right. So now we're going
Because
to.
at this point, my mom and dad, they did come to my sentencing. That was
Right.
the first time that I'd seen them.
Okay.
They wanted me to be uncomfortable.
Your parents did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they wanted me
so
to,
they didn't like put money on your books or send you packages?
No, not at first. Not
Right.
at that point.
Not when you're in the county
My
jail.
lawyer was telling them that I was going to get probation.
Right.
So they wanted me to rough time.
So
it.
they figured you were fresh off the streets, wild as crap. So
Yeah.
okay.
Let's make her uncomfortable.
Right. I get
So that's what they did. And then when they sentenced me, my mom, my dad, and my youngest daughter was there.
that. Right.
And they were crying. Well, when I saw my mom, I couldn't believe she looked so much older, and my dad had lost probably 100 pounds.
Oh.
So he was at the beginning of his illness.
This was 6 months
This is 6 months.
from the last time you saw him?
Yeah, but maybe I wasn't paying attention before because I was high.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like I didn't see my parents. I saw them, but maybe I was so involved in my own stuff that I didn't see them. But my
Right.
mom looked about 10 years older.
Okay.
And I don't know if she says that, this whole thing was very stressful for her as well.
Right.
So, they suffer.
Right.
They
Okay.
suffer. And then she was responsible for my child. Well, one of the children, and then the other grandparent took the other child.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
So you're in the courtroom. They look sickly
they do.
or different. Let's say different.
They look different.
Uh.
They were crying.
Right.
So, obviously, the drugs worn off and the guilt's kicked in.
Right.
And, don't cry now. I kept saying to myself, don't cry now. You weren't crying then.
Right,
You weren't
right.
crying when you was running them streets. Don't cry now.
That's what's up. That's
that's
the attitude to have. It's too late to cry now.
Because, I see it. I watch people and I see what they're doing. And that's my thought in my head.
Like,
When
why are you
these
crying
girls-
now? You knew what you was doing.
Right.
Right. Okay.
That's the thought that I have, so I kept saying, but of course I was crying.
Of course.
When nobody's looking, I'm
And your
crying.
daughter's right there, and your parents.
Yeah.
Right. I
Right.
get that. So we off to prison.
Well, off to prison. And I went to a pretty, to me it was easy.
What's the name of? I don't know anything about Nevada prisons. Well, do you remember the name? Well,
Yeah, it was
obviously you
Florence
remember.
McClure woman,
So Florence McClure Women's Detention Facility.
something like that,
Okay.
yeah.
Something like that. You guys could check if you want. It's a Nevada Women's Prison.
It's the only one.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's the only prison, and it's in Las Vegas. So
Okay. Oh, wow.
I have to get on that.
So you were arrested in Reno,
hmm
but they had to transfer you to Vegas for your time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So do they have a Grey Goose?
No, it's a little van
Oh, okay.
with about 8 of us girls all shackled and tied together.
Right.
And about 4 hours in, I can't remember the city, we stop at a jail and we switch. Inmates that are going to Reno, switch getting on that bus.
Oh, okay.
And then we get onto another bus
Oh, halfway.
to finish. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we flip flop.
Right.
And they give you the suit. It's a white suit. They give you no panties, no
Paper
bra.
suit?
No, it's not paper.
Oh, okay.
And if you're on your period, too bad. Ooh, too bad.
See, you don't think about these things from a men's point of view.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, nobody was on their
No
period that
underwear,
day.
but and you got a white suit.
Yes. Yes.
Rough.
But nobody was on their period that
Right.
day, so it was lucky.
Luckily, right?
I get there, and they call it the fishbowl. Everybody's looking to see if their friends are there
Right.
or whatever. I'm in a foreign land. I don't know none of these girls.
Right. Right.
I don't know nobody. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if there's going to be like all these gangsters and killers and
right. The prison stories you hear about.
Right.
Right. Right.
There was a couple, but I didn't get into any of that. I wasn't trying to learn anybody's story, anybody's anything.
So they put you on a regular mainline yard.
They did. I had to stay there because I couldn't go to camp or I couldn't go to what they had as a community custody.
You guys have levels? Is there levels up there?
No, there's only one.
So just everybody's there.
Everybody's. You
No
got
matter if
baby
you're a
killers.
murderer? Yeah,
You got baby killers, women that abuse their children. Everybody's together. Blacks and whites cell together.
Oh, so it's all interracial too.
Everything's interracial.
Okay.
You've got interracial couples.
Oh, like women
yeah.
dating each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's really done by race at all.
Oh, cool.
In fact, they kind of do it by families. So
Okay.
you get into, they kind of have, women are like that anyways, so you
Right.
kind of just get your own little clique. It's like your own little family.
Right, I get that. So there's like a mom and sisters.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So,
I didn't get in one of those.
Oh, you didn't even join a family?
No, I didn't join a family.
Because that would kind of be like joining a prison gang. Lightweight.
Lightweight, I guess.
Did they have
maybe.
prison gangs up there?
Not that I know of.
Like, do they? I don't even know if women have skinheads or Bloods or Crips.
You would see, there would be some girls there that would have some Nazi tattoos and stuff. But they
Okay.
weren't really well liked.
Oh, okay, okay. So
They
they
weren't
weren't a force.
No.
Okay.
Well, even the baby killers, like people would just kick it with them, and they knew what happened,
Right.
and they would kick it with them, and nobody really did anything. There was
Oh, okay. Like, were there like I don't know, was there violence in these kind of prisons?
not there was no stabbings or anything like that. Most of the violence was all drama. It was girlfriends fighting each other, or somebody fighting because their girlfriend slept with somebody else or looked at somebody else, or and that was all I saw. I never
So
saw
basically, you
none.
mean to tell me you did? How long did you do?
Altogether I did 24 months because I
24.
did
So 2 years
yes.
complete. And you did your whole prison part, so a year and a half in prison.
Yes.
So you did a year.
Well, no. So I had to do 1 year on the main line before I could go to a camp,
Okay.
to a fire camp.
Okay.
So I was in they called it the lifer pod.
Okay.
I don't know why they sent me to that pod. I was only going to, do 2 years.
Probably because you were charged with murder.
No, it was a robbery.
Robbery. Oh, okay.
Robbery.
Okay. Robbery.
They dropped the gun charges,
Oh,
so
okay.
it was just a straight robbery.
Okay. Still a violent crime, though.
Yeah, a violent
Robbery
crime.
with a gun enhancement, right? Or they dropped the whole
They
gun.
dropped the gun enhancement.
Okay. Okay.
That was part of the deal.
Right.
So
So you go to the, you did a year in the main line, and then they sent you to a camp for 6 months.
I got to go to a camp. Yeah,
So all this time, you just rocked by yourself?
I
or-
did. I had a bunkie, and I talked to her a lot, and then there was
So it was like dorm living, cell living.
I lived in a cell.
Okay, cell living. All right. Just
Because-
2-man cell.
Two-man
or
cell.
2-woman cell. Excuse
There
me.
was dorms. That was for like if you wanted to do the drug rehab or anything like
Okay.
that. But I thought cell living was terrible until I did a dorm living. I'd much rather do a cell.
I agree. I've never lived in a dorm, but I agree with the cell living.
Yeah, I can't do that dorm shit. It was no good.
Okay. So you did the year. You stuck to yourself.
I
basically.
did. If I did have any friends, it was older women
Right.
that weren't really into that drama. They had families. They were talking on the phone with their families. I had a lot of time to reflect. I wasn't going to waste any more time
Right.
for this drug.
Right.
This was not going to be a waste of time. I wanted, at this point, I had made a decision. I'm not going to, because I mess with girls on the streets and
Right.
stuff. But I made a decision. I was not going to have a girlfriend. I was going to be as uncomfortable as I could because all my relapses and everything that I did and I went through was all because of bad relationships or bad choices.
Okay.
So I decided I was going to be uncomfortable
So you made it through all your time without incident.
without incident. Not one write up, not nothing.
Not one fight.
Not one fight.
Okay. That's a good
Nothing.
thing. So then you get that's a simple part of your prison side. Then you get released.
Well, it was. I went to 6 months to there.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got to go to a place that they called Casa Grande, and that was a 6 months community. I was a community custody, so it was
Okay.
still a prison. It was co-ed, about 300 men and 40 women.
Sounds like a party. Okay.
Yeah, you know, and
Right.
they let you leave and get on a bus and go get a job. And
Okay.
so
you had to get your own job, or they sort of
No,
supply?
you got to go get your own job.
Okay.
So you got about 30 days to get a job, and if you don't, you got to go back to the camp.
Okay.
So probably the first week I went out. Well, first of all, I haven't really seen the public for a year and a half.
Right.
And now I'm going to be let out of these gates and to a city I've never been to.
Right.
I don't even know where the bus stop is. I'm panicked. I don't.
Right.
And anyways, I figure it out. I get on this bus. I go to the strip and I look for a job. I find a job. I get a job.
Right.
And I work there the whole time. I end up getting out on exactly the same date, June 15th, 2011.
Okay.
So-
Exactly 2 years later.
Exactly 2 years later, I got about $6,000 in my account.
Oh, from saving up from your job.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I got into a special program where I didn't have to pay rent at that place. Normally you have to pay rent there.
Mm-hmm.
I just happened to hit my time right, and I didn't have to pay rent there.
Good stuff.
So I got $6,000, and about a month before I get out, I get my apartment ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I sign the lease and all that stuff, and they know I'm going to move in on June 15th.
This is a license. This is an apartment in Vegas.
In Las Vegas, because I had
Okay.
a parole there. I didn't want to wait
Okay.
to get to parole to Sacramento.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm just going to do my parole here.
Right.
I already have a job.
Okay.
So I get an apartment. It was pretty easy. The rent was really cheap.
Right.
And about a month into it, my daughter was 11 at this time. She came to live with me, so she kept me pretty straight, And
I can see that happening.
right, and this is the daughter that is doing something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's crazy because we just dropped her off
Right.
to move back to Las Vegas to go to.
So she's moved back to Vegas.
Yeah, to go
Okay.
to UNLV. A whole different circumstances.
Shit. Congratulations.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay, so now you get out. You're out living in your apartment in Vegas.
yeah, so I get out. I stay for the 6 months. I get out of parole early because I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing any drugs. Yeah, and actually, they never even drug tested me once. I guess they can tell when you walk in that office that you ain't on drugs.
Right. Okay.
So they let me off early. I get off in December of 2011, and I move back
To California?
to California,
Okay.
Sacramento. I get back to Sacramento, and now it's time for me to fix all these relationships.
You see, now this is the part that's going to get good, because this is the part I've been waiting for. What happens once you've done time and you come back into the thick of it? Can you still hold your get down? Can you still stand on your square? You're back in California. You're back in Sacramento. What's next?
Now it's time for me to repair the relationships with my family.
Right.
So when I get back, I decided, I'm not going to work. I got a grandson. He's 2.
Okay. When you came back in 2011, your grandson's already 2?
Yeah. So when I had got arrested on June 15th, he was born on June 19th.
Oh, okay. This is the 14-year-old that was pregnant.
Right.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So I had missed his birth, and my daughter had told me, if you do drugs, I'm not going to let you see my son.
Okay.
And so that really hit something inside of me. This was like my second chance for this child, and he was amazing. I instantly loved this child, and I spent all my time with him.
Right.
And my daughters, of course, and my mother.
But your grandson.
But my grandson, that was my ace deuce.
Right.
He went with me everywhere. You couldn't find me and not him. And
Right.
this was my little this was my baby.
Right.
And so I spent about 2 years at home. I don't have no friends. I have, a close friend.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually that girl that introduced me to Highland.
The same girl from before?
Yeah, but
Okay.
she had a few more years on me clean.
Oh, okay. So she got clean too.
She had gotten clean before I had gotten clean.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And she was in the thick of it. She got clean here.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm clean, and we reconnect.
Okay.
So, where was I at?
Well, you came home. You're hanging out with your grandson.
That's the only friend that I had. That's the only person that I hung out
one friend. Yeah.
with. Yeah. Other than that, it was all family, no friends.
I've heard of this before.
And none of those friends were writing me. None of those friends were putting money on my books. None
Everybody
of those
was
friends
gone
were
when you
nothing.
were gone. When the bag was gone, everybody was gone.
Absolutely.
Right.
She didn't know where I was. She had gotten clean before then, so she had no idea I had even went to prison.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think she had stopped at my mom's, and my mom might have told her, but she
Okay.
had no idea what prison I was at.
Right.
So, so here I am. Now now I'm working, and I'm managing a couple gas stations.
Yeah, so this is 2019.
And I got out. I got released 2011.
So 8 years later, what are we doing?
Still clean, working.
Managing 2 gas stations.
Right. Yep.
How are your kids doing?
One's in college. The other one has another child. She lives with me.
Okay.
So I got
But you're able to provide a place for her to live as well.
absolutely
Right. So, thanks for coming on. That's a good enough story for now. Hopefully we can have her again on soon. I want to thank Stephanie for coming on. We're going to skip the AKA because that no longer applies.
Yeah.
Great story, man. I loved it. For my first interview on my channel. We're going to send a shout out to Big Boys Clothing. I know you can see the hoodie in the background, 916 Native. Go check him out on Instagram. Check me out in the link below for my Instagram, my Amazon, and my PayPal if anybody wants to support the channel and pay for new filming equipment. If you like the video, hit that like button, man. Hit that notification. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. And thanks for tuning in, man. Nate Dogg 916 signing out from Sacramento, man.